January 2025, you've been on the carnivore diet as means of a New Year resolution, and things are not going as you expected, or worse yet, you don't see progress. Looking to reverse autoimmunity with a carnivore diet, because this might be a little bit different than just not eating anything plant foods for those of us with autoimmunity. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sylvia, I'm a carnivore diet coach. Alright, so if you enthusiastically jumped into the carnivore diet, you just stopped eating plants, but you're still not feeling great, worse yet, you have autoimmunity and you're not progressing. The first thing you should look at is dairy. If you're still consuming dairy, remove it. Especially if you have autoimmunity. I'm telling you, I don't think I know of a case that I've coached in the last 3.5 years that was able to reverse autoimmunity and keep dairy in their diet. And I know there will be some questions, what about raw milk, what about raw dairy, raw cheeses, raw kefir, raw yogurt? I tried it myself. I've done everything I could to keep dairy in my diet, and until I gave up on dairy, my autoimmunity didn't reverse. And for those of you that are new to my channel, I had rheumatoid arthritis. I noticed a major and exponential change once I removed dairy from my diet. And when I first started the carnivore diet to reverse autoimmunity, I took the approach of removing food groups one at a time for about a week, and then another food group. And I could tell the immediate difference. So my last one to go was dairy, and I was really fighting hard, I'm telling you. I was even trying sheep cheese, a little bit of dairy just as a garnish, but I still keep it. I was making my own kefir, my own yogurt. I get the A2 milk directly from the farm. Didn't work. That day, when I stopped eating dairy, the next day, major improvement. Within a week, my rheumatoid arthritis was gone. And those of you that are hoping to reintroduce dairy at some later date, it may be possible. Some of you will be, but for the time frame of dietary intervention into your health, stay away with dairy. You will have better and faster results. Let's talk about spices. This may be controversial, especially for those of you that are new to the carnivore diet and you're used to spicing your food a lot, and you're under the impression, spices, herbs are healthy. Not if you have autoimmunity, not if you have leaky gut. Oftentimes these spices contain lots of lectins, things like paprika or cayenne pepper. They're just very high lectin content, and they will make the matters worse. So if you are using carnivore diet to reverse autoimmunity, just stick with the salt. Salt your steak, salt it well, that's all right, but don't add spices, at least not in the initial phase. When you are satisfied with the results, you're symptoms free, and you want to try experimenting maybe that spice or some other, you can try it. But if you want to have good and sustainable results, stick with salt. And when it comes to salt, the natural instinct is get the most natural one. And it doesn't work for everybody, because the natural salt that has all the dirt and minerals in it can also irritate as a really messed up guts. So you might have to experiment with different types of salt. Just going to the most natural one, the least processed one, isn't always an answer. If your gut permeability is really, really bad, you might have to just stick with sodium chloride as pure as it is, at least for the time being. Coffee is another topic that gets a lot of people excited, and for all the right reasons, because about 55% of Americans drink coffee daily, and we absolutely love it, myself included, and it was a really tough job for me to quit it, but in my case I had to do it. Now, if I were to do things differently, if I were to go back to doing a carnivore diet from the beginning, I would say stick with coffee for now. Be sure to drink it organic, preferably make it at home so that you have a full control of what goes on into that coffee. And then do carnivore diet. And if 3 months go by and you don't see the results you were looking for, then tackle coffee. Now, I did it the other way around. I gave up coffee before I started carnivore diet, and I think I would do it the other way around, because the withdrawals and then just addiction of it is so strong, and then on top of that you are dealing with carbohydrate withdrawals. It is really better to drink coffee while you're doing carnivore diet, rebuild your body, get rid of the sugar cravings, and then if you have to quit coffee, then the pain of quitting it, provided you are adapted to the carnivore diet, is a lot easier. Seafood. I know a lot of you love it, but for autoimmunity it's not that great. You'll be a lot better off if you remove it from your diet, again, at least for the duration of dietary intervention. I know it is part of the animal kingdom, so technically you should be eating it on the carnivore diet, but it's not as nutritious, it doesn't rebuild your body as fast, and it is frequently contaminated. It is very difficult to find good quality uncontaminated seafood. So it is more practical to just remove it from your diet. And a lot of people may have histamine reaction to seafood. So if you've been on autoimmune suppressants for many years, you might not even know it, and you might just start noticing it when you go on the carnivore diet. So for all intents and purposes, to have better results and faster results on the carnivore diet while reversing autoimmunity, give up seafood. Let's talk about poultry, because similarly to seafood, it tends to give problems to certain group of us with autoimmunity. So if you are on the carnivore diet and you're not seeing results, but you're still eating chicken wings, even those that you buy yourself and they're organic and it's just not working, just remove it, at least for the time being, and you should start seeing better results. Also, if you are going out and then you see that chicken is served, or you're in the restaurant, probably don't get it, stick with the steak, because it, again, similarly to seafood, it is very hard to get a good quality chicken or turkey that is organic and that is pasture raised. Finally, last but not least, supplement. Oh my gosh, does this get people excited and angry at me, and there are ongoing fights and people go out of their way to tell me why it is necessary to use supplements. Let me tell you this, if you have autoimmunity, that means you have increased gut permeability. Now, while supplements by themselves will not cause it, but if you're trying to reverse it and reverse it with a carnivore diet, supplements are not helpful. I made a lot of videos about supplements and how they work and what they don't do if you have increased gut permeability, so check them out, they're on my channel and I will link them in the description box. But if you want to have good and sustained results with the carnivore diet when it comes to autoimmunity, get rid of supplements, all of them. I'm not talking about prescription medication. That you might have to keep until you feel better and work with your doctor. But supplements that you take voluntarily, give them up. Give them up. You will see better results. All right, so this will do it for this week's video. I hope this has been helpful. If you are on the carnivore diet, it's New Year, New Year resolution, there's 3 weeks into the new year and you're not seeing the results you were looking for, don't give up, don't give up, make these changes, you will start seeing improvements. If you want to learn more about my program and how I coach, the links are in the description box. Check out my website, also sign up for my newsletter, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.